Good morning students. In this video I am going to explain about servlet. It is a technology that is managed by the container called the servlet engine. It generates dynamic content and interact with the client through request and response, and it extends the functionality of the web server through servlets can respond to many of the requests, and they generally implement web containers for hosting any website on web server. Therefore, it is qualified as a server-side servlet. Okay, and then what is JSP? It is a collection of technologies developed by Sun Microsystems. It is used to develop web pages. In JSP, what we are doing, we are inserting a Java code into the HTML pages, and by making special JSP tags can consist of either HTML or XML with JSP actions and commands. A full form of JSP is Java Server Pages. Then why we are using that servlets? So there are many reasons are given, and the performance of the servlet is better, and it is used when we don't like to create a separate process to handle each and every request of clients. And developers can use servlets when they have to take advantage of all the features of Java. If we want to take all the features of Java, then developers can use this servlet. And then Java class libraries which are available to the servlet can communicate with applets also, and databases or other software via RMI and socket mechanisms. Why we are using JSP? Here the reasons for using JSP is given. Java server pages and the execution is much faster by using this JSP compared to other dynamic languages, and this JSP is better than common gateway interface also. It is always compiled before it is processed by the server, so it reduces the effort of the server to create the process. And JSP built over servlets. Already I told, even though you write the programs in JSP, first it is converted into a servlet only, then only it's executed. So they are built over servlets API. Hence, it gets access to all Java API, and then JDBC, EJB, and other components of Java. It is an important part of J2EE, which is a platform for enterprise level applications. Okay, and servlet life cycle is given in this picture. First one is the starting, and then loading, instantiation, and then third one is initialization, and then handling request, and then end. That is actually whether it is a JSP or servlet, first step is initialization, and then processing, and then destroy. Servlet life cycle, first one, execution of the servlet begins, and then loading and instantiation, void end, and then initialization of void service, and then handling the request and destroying servlet. Okay, and then end of request thread, servlet stop executing. So initialization, processing, and then execute, and then destroy. JSP also the same process, same methods are we are following in the life cycle. And then translation of JSP page into servlet, and then compilation of JSP page, class loading, and then instantiation of object, and then initialization method, processing, destroy. These are all the life cycle of JSP. Okay, what is the difference between JSP and servlet? Main thing is servlet, it runs faster than JSP, but JSP runs slower than servlet. It is hard to write code in servlet, but easy to write in JSP. In MVC architecture, servlet works as a controller, but in JSP, in MVC architecture, it works as a view for displaying output. In servlet, it should use when there is more data processing is involved, we are using servlet. And JSPs are mainly used when there is no involvement of much data processing. Okay, and there is no custom tag writing facility in servlets. We can easily build custom tags in JSP. Here we are using Java beans are available, so they told that we can easily build custom tags, and we can directly call Java beans also. And then servlet is a Java code mostly, and then JSP is a HTML based code, and servlet can accept all protocol requests and including HTTP, but JSP can only accept HTTP request, and the servlet can override the service method, but JSP cannot override the service method. And in servlet, the session management is not enabled, user has to enable, but in JSP, session management is automatically enabled. In servlet, we have to implement both business logic and presentation logic in a single file. In JSP, uh, business logic is splitted from the presentation logic using Java beans. Okay, and then next difference is modification in servlet is time consuming, but in JSP modification is very fast. Okay, and the thing is we have to refresh the button. Next advantage of servlet loads only one copy of it to JVM. It saves time to respond the first request. It increases the response time is fast, and it uses a standard API that is supported by numerous web servers. Programming languages like platform independent, and it is ease of development also, and then we can access a large set of APIs. Web container makes threads for handling more than one request to the servlet. Okay, in servlets, web container makes threads. By using this, we are handling more than one request, and coordination between the two or more servlets is easy to make web applications. And servlet containers support many other features. Here, by using these containers, um, many features are available like sessions, resource management, persistence, and security. Servlet usage does not constrained by the web browser. Disadvantages means once servlet is loaded into JVM, it does not matter number of requests. And then designing in the servlet is difficult also, and it slows down the application, and we need a JRE, that is Java runtime environment on the server to run servlet. So we need JRE to run this. For non-Java developers, it is not suitable, and they require to have a broad knowledge to develop this servlet. Disadvantages of servlet, one more point, and it is mixed up with the Java code, therefore changes in one code can affect other code also. Writing HTML in servlet programming is difficult. Okay, and it also makes servlet looks bulky also, so writing servlet code is little bit hard. In servlet programming, if you want to use any implicit object, we have to write some additional code in order to access. For during accessing, we have to use some of the implicit object also. So we have to take care of exception handling because it is not thread safe by default. And then what are the advantages of JSP is it is very much convenient. Compared to servlet, it is very easy to write and then easy to correct, and so many advantages are there. and it is only intended for simple inclusions which can use form data and make connections, and we can easily connect with JSP with the MySQL database, and connectivity is also very easy, coding very easy, the performance and scalability also good. Okay, and because we are using JSP dynamic elements, we are adding in HTML pages. And other advantages are, it is built on Java technology. Here it is platform independent and it is not depending on any operating systems. It includes a feature of multi-threading of Java. We can also make use of exception handling of Java into JSP also, and then it enables separate presentation layer with business logic in the web application, and it is used for the developers to show as well as process the information also. Okay, thank you.